Robin.
So, Michael Potts was cool. We're still here, by the way. We're live. You liked Michael there, Jimmy?
I really liked him a lot. He was very engaging, and he seemed to embrace both roles that I loved him in, which is great.
Thanks for correcting me in front of him.
For what, about what?
He was asking about all the characters from The Wire that have been in here.
Oh, you said Doty, right?
Yeah, and you had to make sure that you corrected me in front of him.
Nah, but I had to.
And now I feel like an idiot.
I had to say Bodie.
And I know it was Bodie.
I didn't want you to say Doty again.
Because it just sounded horrible.
It had to be corrected. You said Doty.
to the guy, one of the guys. Yeah, we haven't had Doty in yet.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah, you got to.
I'm a real fucking piece of work.
That's right. You just panic a little. You get nervous.
The mayor up there in Boston. There's a T-shirt controversy. Have you heard about this?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah, that's stupid. Get high.
What's wrong with that?
Not that he wants it taken out of the fucking window of Newbury Comics. It's like, come on.
I think
that's a shit.
I think that T-shirt or some form of that T-shirt or that type of T-shirt has been in Newbury Comics forever, ever since we were up there. So what's the big deal now? Do we know?
It's just somebody noticed it. That's it. It's in the window. Somebody complained.
Well, Joe Shortsleeve, thank God, got to the bottom of this.
Who?
Joe Shortsleeve.
Who's that?
Well, if my memory serves me correctly, when Ant and I were in Boston, Joe Shortsleeve was the weatherman. Get it? You're the weather guy, and your name is Joe Shortsleeve.
Who was the traffic guy? Frank, drunk driving accident?
All right. And Shortsleeve decided, I want to do more than weather. So the name Joe Shortsleeve sort of works for weather, I guess. But it certainly doesn't work if now you're going to be a journalist or a news reporter with, doing serious news. Let's go to Joe Shortsleeve. It's awful. Why didn't he change his name?
It's terrible.
So he got to the bottom of this controversy with the T-shirt, and I guess the mayor's involved. And I
good.
wish Ant was here because, Mayor Menino and us, we have such a terrific relationship. This is how it went down.
Boston Mayor Tom Menino is taking on Niketown. He doesn't like the new window.
Oh, it's Niketown, Jimmy. Does that make this different?
Nope. I don't know. I thought it was Newbury Comics.
Okay, Niketown.
A new window display at Nike's Newbury Street store. As chief correspondent Joe Shortsleeve shows us, the mayor says the display sends the absolute wrong message to young people.
Menino says he was walking in the back bay with his wife recently when he was shocked to see T-shirts in a high-end window display with expressions like dope and get high. But there it was at the Nike store on Newbury Street. The dope T-shirt actually has what appears to be a prescription bottle of pills falling over. An angry Menino says they blatantly promote something that's very dangerous just in an effort to sell T-shirts.
They're offensive to anybody who has any good common sense. They encourage drugs.
It's not offensive to anyone. Who's it offensive to?
No one.
I'm surprised Nike would do that, by the way. They're pretty much an up-and-up corporation.
Yeah, but they're the only ones with balls enough to stand by Tiger. I mean,
right.
When he got in trouble. Menino's an out-of-touch old man.
He really
Shut
is
the
out of
fuck
touch.
up. How about you worry about all the corruption in Boston and the nepotism?
Right.
How about you fucking worry about that?
Are people
Fucking
really
asshole.
bothered by something like that when they walk by? Especially
No.
on... See, I still know a little bit about Boston. Newbury Street is known for being a little hipper and a little, more open-minded than other streets in Boston, too. You know?
That guy's just an asshole. He's just an asshole. He is. That's what he is. He's a
The mayor shot off a letter to the store's general manager asking her to remove the shirts from the window. Your window display of T-shirts with drug and profanity wordplay are out of keeping with the character of Boston's Back Bay, our entire city. However, Nike's not budging. In a statement to WBZ, Nike said these T-shirts are part of an action sports campaign. Nike does not condone the use of banned or illegal substances. But the mayor sees it this way.
There's a fine line between edgy and stupid.
Yeah. By the way,
Why are they laughing at that? Because the mayor is considered stupid up there, right? But they keep re-electing him.
this asshole is the same one, the only city that
got
overreacted.
Opie and Anthony fired?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But the same ones that reacted to all the guys doing that light art.
The light bright.
They were the ones who reacted poorly. He's a fucking just an ass. I'm glad Nike's telling him to go fuck himself. Good, they should. It's not his business.
Now the mayor kind of looks stupid. What is he going to do?
What can he do? Keep babbling, fat face.
Right. Oh, there it is. It's on CNN. Okay, wow.
But all he's doing now, this asshole, is now promoting this brand and everybody wants to get
Nike's now saying thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much for all the free advertising we're getting on CNN as we looked up.
How great is that? These dummies.
And now the mayor just has to say something and try to move on awkwardly.
Good. They told him no.
Good for Nike for not backing down.
Absolutely
we
not.
Need more people not backing down in this society.
They don't want to be pushed around by that fucking dildo.
Right. Do we have line of the day ready?
Yes, 2 runners up.
We really do?
Of course.
Oh, this is exciting. We're bringing back line of the day today.
Yay.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Unless we're calling it something else.
No.
Well, we are, Jimmy.
Oh, no.
We are.
Oh, no.
Do you have the old line of the day song, which was sufficient for this fine radio show? You're going to have to listen to the replay, I guess, because we get into it a little bit. But
Do you want it as an example?
yes, here's the
Of what we
original
had
line of the
before.
day song that Jimmy put together nicely, and the boys. Go ahead.
Here comes line of the day, line of the day.
Perfect, right?
Yeah.
And that's what the listeners remember and know. It just works. But it got back to us today. You'll have to listen to the replay. That line of the day just kind of sits there, and maybe we could punch or pump. Punch it up a bit.
Yeah.
And come up with another name. And I believe one of our fine listeners came up with a new name for the line of the day. And then the boys ran into the production studio, and now we got the stinger for the new name of line of the day. Is that okay with everyone?
It's perfect.
Here it is. We debut it here.
Here comes something funny that was said on the show today because we're here and live and not on vacation suing the company.
And before we get in trouble, a listener came up with that. So, well, they told us to, punch it up, so we punched it up.
They suggested.
All right, and we decided that was a good idea. So, are we going to call it this now?
I mean, I guess that's up to you.
Or do they come running down this hall begging us to just keep it at line of the day? That will be the question that will be answered sometime today.
Or how about this? Perhaps until they come back and admit that line of the day was perfect.
Right.
Perhaps every day there's a new name
Yes.
for this bit.
Yes. Good idea, Jimmy. Good
Perhaps
idea.
every name there's a new bit. Every day there's a new bit of production, and hopefully until they find one they like.
That's a very good idea. Or they could just throw in the towel now and say line of the day is good enough for us.
We admit. How about this? We admit, accept, and apologize for suggesting that you fix something that wasn't broke.
Word.
We apologize.
Word. You want to hear the runner-up line of the...
Love to.
Wait, the runner-up... I'm just going to say line of the day. Is that okay with everyone?
For familiarity.
Just for today.
All right. And then maybe write on the screen for tomorrow.
This is the second runner-up.
Second runner-up for line of the day. Mr. Varley, who's the barkeep, I guess, admits to trying the drink himself, which he said was okay and like custard. Oh, it's got
man.
it's all thick.
Yo.
Consistency of custard.
You could make a pie out of it.
Yeah, that make a good pie filling.
We had cum pie after we said I was sorry.
I brought it over as an apology gesture.
I said I'm sorry, and I brought over cum pie for everybody.
I forgot that line of the day is actually bit of the day.
Yeah, they show
Which makes it
context.
which makes it even more confusing for everyone.
But there needs to be. We can't just play cum pie.
Sure.
I think that's what makes it funny. It's
Take
just
out
that-
the context.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
That's, whatever you guys want to do. I don't care.
Cum pie in the face is a funny old bit.
And let's acknowledge that Jimmy does a pretty damn good Tracy Morgan trying it out for the first time today.
Yeah, I've done it on stage a couple times, but it'll never be convincing like Brewers or Dean Edwards. But it's passable enough where people know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I can't do a long bit.
All right, here's the runner-up line of the day.
Yes.
Well, she was probably worried about dying in the ambulance.
Yeah.
You want to hear something really hot?
She was 10.
See, that was perfect. That was perfect. I missed line of the day.
So you're gonna need to play the song again, but
okay.
In keeping with tradition,
Keeping with
play the
tradition?
song, and then the line of the day comes.
All right, so it's time for line of the day, but it's now called something else. And
This song will explain what it's called.
okay, good.
Here comes something funny that was said on the show today because we're here and live and on a vacation suing the company.
Here's something funny that was said despite the cunts in management. That's the line of the day.
There's supposed to be a stinger anyway.
Let's see.
Where's the stinger?
You guys are doing it all wrong.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
I don't mind that they think we think they're cunts, but now they're here. I like doing all my dirty work when they're still sleeping or on their way to work.
This is always a replay.
Now I
though.
gotta see them.
It's the line of the day.
I guess you're right.
Wait, what was the stinger that was supposed to be played?
Fuck you!
That was Bobo getting all mad at me and Danny.
All right. Well, I think we did it for today.
Yeah, that was very silly.
You got anything you're promoting, Jimmy?
Oh, I completely forgot. Couple things. I will be in Seattle July 1st with Jim Brewer, Bill Burr, and Attell for Antisocial.
How was the interview with BJ Shea, my old pal?
It was good. It's always good.
Is he hanging in there?
He's doing great.
Good.
And then Vegas July 3rd for the same lineup, Antisocial. And I'll tonight be in Caroline's Comedy Club doing Adam Carolla's podcast. It's a 7:30 show. I don't know what time I go on or what we do, if I'm just talking to him or what, but it's 7:30 tonight.
So you could go see that live?
At Caroline's,
Oh,
yeah.
that's pretty
If
cool.
there's tickets, because Carolla has a pretty big fan base.
That's very cool. And speaking of Vegas, I forgot to mention, we couldn't get to it. There's a guy that owns a helicopter. I already know the answer, but he wants to take you around in a helicopter when you're in Vegas.
Not happening.
Yeah, Jimmy's not a helicopter
Helicopters
guy.
scare me.
Scare the shit out of you, right?
Yeah, they do. Scare me.
I took a helicopter through the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, that would frighten me. Unless I knew it was a good one.
I was scared.
I would go in a police helicopter, because like police horses, they're maintained well. These tour ones, the ones that just do tours, they take off and land so often, I'm afraid that the maintenance suffers.
Well, I did one over the Hudson River, and that, I believe it's the same company. They had a pretty serious crash, last summer, right?
But I don't know if that was anybody's fault. That was the
that's
plane.
That's when they collided with the little plane.
Yeah, which is very
That was
scary.
in the wrong fucking place.
Yeah, that was the plane's fault.
That's right.
Or the, no, maybe it was the air traffic control.
I don't like helicopters.
Are they scary to get, sucked up like that? It just reminds me of it, when I'm on an outdoor elevator and I'm going up fast, I feel like it's going to overshoot the building.
It is a cool feeling, but it's such a foreign feeling is the problem. We've all been in enough planes where you understand everything.
Yeah.
The helicopter, you feel it kind of rocking back and forth and stuff, and you don't understand what all that shit means. So it scares you a little more, I think.
I would do it, though.
You should do it. Maybe that guy is legit,
I'm sure he's legit, but
I mean like a cop or something. What you need?
If he's a cop, I'd go up with him. Or a guy that. But if, the tour company's.
Aren't you guys filming stuff on tour now?
A little bit, yeah.
So why don't you film one of those crazy rides out there in Vegas? You guys all do that.
I'm not going on that fucking thing that my ex jumped off of, the fucking
Luxor thing?
Oh no,
Luxor?
Is Stratosphere.
Stratosphere one. What is that? The bungee cord?
The free fall from
Roland, would you do
900
free fall?
feet.
I would for money. It's $120. You go up. I think it's like 120 stories.
No, it's about 90 stories. It's about 900 feet.
Yeah. 16 seconds to draw.
Is it 16 seconds?
Yeah, it's like the fish line, and you just feel like you just jump, and it slows you down near the end.
No, it slows you down at the end.
At the end, but
Get the
it's
fuck
a
outta here.
weird. You're hooked in with two lines. She said the scariest part
Was just stepping off?
Well, no, it's right before you do. It's like you're in the stratosphere, which is circular, and you're looking down, and it's like looking from the top of the Trade Center. I mean, it's 100 feet lower, but I mean, you can't tell from that height. And you step. What happens is the door opens, and they have you step out onto a fucking on the plank, and your feet are over the edge, and you're hooked in with two different. If one wire breaks, you have two, and to your right, falling with you, is a camera filming you. It would just scare me to see that hovering that high up.
And we've seen the videos online. Because the camera's falling with you, it doesn't look like it's that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I would rather see the footage where the camera's stationary and you go flying by it.
Well, I have the shot from the bottom of her coming down.
Did it look like she was falling?
Oh, yeah. Well, because it was at night, it was harder. There wasn't none during the day available. During the day,
Is it better to go
easier.
during the day?
You see more, and you'd probably get more of a perspective on falling.
Because my eyes will be closed.
At night's probably better.
I would
think it's
love
less
to go
scary.
at night.
But I got her falling. You could just see like a little dot, and all of a sudden, dot, there she is. It's like that fast.
Then they have the new where you could go Fremont Street, where you could do zip lines above everybody while they're walking.
Yeah, I would do zip
In Vegas?
lines.
Yeah.
How high is it?
You're like 50 feet above everybody.
That's cool.
You zip line across
Could you
the whole
zip line
Fremont
from casino to casino?
Not yet.
Like that could be your
monorails.
transportation.
Yeah, monorails they have.
No, I know they have the monorails, but
What's that? Let me see. Turn this way, Sam, or I'll kiss you on the mouth and neck. Yeah, I mean that's from the ground that's taken.
what the fuck?
Look at how high you are. We're looking at the ledge, and where she jumps off.
That's free falling, all right.
You're free falling, but you see that you got two wires holding you in, and it's a controlled fall. You're falling for quite a while. I'm still falling, still falling, still falling. I'm gonna stop you.
How much does that cost?
$100, $120.
And they only have one spot. They should have 4 or 5 different
No, they
spots.
shouldn't.
Why
That just
not?
scares me.
'Cause they could be making a shitload of money, even more.
It's just scary. Like,
Oh my god, look at that! That is a free
and you're
fall.
falling
Get
all the
fuck
way
outta here.
until
No.
the bottom. Like, look, they literally stop you 20 feet or 30 feet above the ground. You're falling quickly until you're 30 feet, maybe 50, but you're falling the whole fucking time.
Would you ever skydive?
It sounds appealing. No, I would not.
I would never skydive.
I would not.
Oh, who is this?
It's Kenny.
Kenny, what do you want?
They have an indoor ride in Vegas where you put on like a nylon parachute suit and there's like a big turbine jet engine and you can like...
Oh, that I would do. On
Yeah.
the floor? I'd floor
Oh
dive.
yeah, those
Yeah.
are no, those are cool.
You're like in a padded room.
Yeah.
Oh, please. Would I fucking rubber room dive? Like a champ.
So why don't you do that in Vegas?
I didn't know about it till
Yeah,
fucking
you
Kenny
get
just
in the
came
middle of
over.
this rubber room, and then they turn on the
we'll do it.
engine, and it pushes you up no more than 10, 12 feet.
Oh, that'd be great. See, the rubber room, though, like we're all bouncing and stuff.
See you tomorrow.
What?
What was the last word that was said today?
That ought to hold the little fuckers.